flammable substances cannot be handled in an I2 zone plan. Has something changed here? Will these materials still be accepted at the proposed facility? Thank you.
Thank you. I chose my seat better there. My name is Jacob Fry, and I live at 316 East Hennepin Avenue, right across the street from Service there. I'm an attorney, and I've read through the documents and I've listened to the testimony. And it may very well be the case, and in fact I think it's clear that our city does in fact need a hazardous waste facility and a facility that can deal with solid waste that cannot otherwise be recycled. But there is no dispute that if you just look at the ordinance, under the ordinance, all of the processing of these materials that we've heard testimony on is prohibited. But rather than accept, all right, there are genuine recycling activities over here that the city can legitimately deal with, and there are these other activities that we can't deal with under the ordinance, so we're finding ways here to slide those prohibited activities in to the rest. And that is just not allowed. And there's two strategies in the way they're doing this. The first is that they're expanding the definition of recycling center. And in fact, they're expanding it so much that it pretty much would encompass everything, including what a waste transfer facility is. Now, the waste transfer facility, that term is in there for a reason. Waste transfer facilities are prohibited in I2 zones. And under the city's present definition, there would be no need to even have the word waste transfer facility in there because everything would be encompassed within the recycling center. And so the second strategy is that they're saying, all right, we are genuinely doing some serious recycling, real, genuine recycling activities here. And appellants would concede that there are some genuine recycling activities going on at the facility, for sure. But what they're saying is because we can engage in these genuine recycling activities, we can also do this other stuff that's expressly prohibited. And that's not how the ordinance works. That's not how the statutes work. That's not how anything works. This is sort of something new that I've never even heard before. I mean, in essence, what we're doing here is we're taking a waste transfer facility and we're calling it a recycling center because some recycling, who knows how much, has to be taking place there. That'd be the same as taking a brothel and calling it a hotel because some people happen to spend the night and there's a pretty good continental breakfast in the morning. That's just not how these ordinances work. You can't engage in an activity that is expressly prohibited just because there's another activity that's expressly allowed. So my question to Mr. Ford, and the question that I would like to think about in your heads is, what has changed? The initial facility was proposed as a waste transfer facility. We've heard a lot of talk about prescriptive and postscriptive methods. And now I may have this, my understanding may be incorrect, but the way I see it is that this means that as you go along, the project is kind of constantly morphing and it's changing, and something has changed that made this facility that was indisputably a waste transfer facility just a little bit ago, it somehow transformed it into a recycling center. And my question is, what's changed? I have heard that we're not allowed to have these commercial trucks coming in and dumping all this stuff, their crud at the facility. I've heard that. That's the only change that I've actually heard so far. So I would like to know what these additional changes are. Thank you. Anybody else? Anyone else at all?
Hello, my name, council members. My name is Dorman Clark. I live at 1914 Ulysses Street Northeast. In 2008, this was looked at near my neighborhood, and we asked the University of Minnesota to look at where might be appropriate locations for sites such as this. Kira looked at it and suggested that one spot that should be prohibited is anything that is adjacent to residential locations. This spot, as others have testified, is quite close, and so I encourage you to find this is not appropriate for this location. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else? You already spoke now? Anybody else? Seeing nobody else, I will move the continuation at this point in time. The discussion on that motion. Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That carries. So staff will work with the appellant to correct any issues that need to be corrected with the mailing notices in the next day, and proceed with a new notification for continuation of this public hearing on the 23rd of June, and we will put that first thing